Come on now. Y'all already know what this is. First things first, God did this. Don't get mad with us. I'm your humble host, your man, your myth, your legend, Eric Knight. And we got the one man and the only man that can check into the Heartbreak Hotel. That's Heartbreak Prince himself. Look, this week it's pretty eventful. And I'm not gonna lie, man. Raw had this situation, stuff going on with the mask, man. NXT is going crazy. You know, I, I love SmackDown. SmackDown has been going absolutely insane. Oh man, I loved it all. I loved it all. But we got to talk about it. Let's go ahead and get right into it. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and get to the 2 hours and 30 minutes of fire of Monday Night Raw, baby. Monday Night Raw, man. Monday Night Raw, man. Look, I ain't gonna lie. Monday Night Raw had a few interesting things that was going on with it, man. Look, I was pretty okay with some of the stuff that was going on. But let's really talk about it first. Let's really talk about how they kicked this off, man. Because they kicked this show off, okay, with the man, Becky Lynch. Okay, you see what's going on. AJ Lee, okay, talking to Becky Lynch, saying how, she actually should have a title match coming up soon. Kind of swindled and kind of manipulated her way into getting Becky into really, really getting into her head. At first it was, I don't want to face you at Elimination Chamber because that's your hometown. I'm not going to give you that. Then they said maybe we should do this at the grandest stage of them all. Okay, to the point to where Becky even tells AJ Lee, look, I'm the best. I'm the greatest of all time. It's not just me saying it. Sports Illustrated said it. Come on now. We said it. I said it at least a few times. But then it got to the point to where AJ Lee had said, well, if you're the best, then what does that make me? Lucky? Yeah, better than you? I said, maybe so. But it got to the point where AJ Lee was getting ready to walk away, and Becky Lynch stopped her. And she said, you know what? We'll do this. And it won't just be the man that was holding you back before. I said, whoa. I said, hold up now. To say that. Now, y'all know the history with that. Y'all know what's going on with Vince and the whole AJ Lee thing and CM Punk. That's history. That's good. Okay, I love that. Okay. But it got to the point to where Becky said, it will be this man. I said, yeah, come on, Becky. That's what I like to see. That will be putting you down. I said, you got it. You got it. Then we flash forward. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. This wasn't even a bad match right here. But low-key kind of killed me, man. Look, we had the Usos beating Alpha Academy. And this was another great banger of a match. Ended it off with Jimmy and Jay hitting a double spear on Otis. And honestly, them getting the pin. Then we flash forward. Come on, man. Look, this was great. All right, you see Dirty Dom, you see Liv, okay, you see La Primera, Stephanie Bakir. Look, I love this. All right. Liv still kind of trying to manipulate, make her decision on who she's gonna pick. She tells Stephanie, look, Steph, I'll be the one that kind of put you down at Mania. Hold up. Hold up. One good old second before I continue with this, because I gotta shout out my man real quick. Gotta shout him out. It'd be criminal if I didn't. We gotta shout out to my man Zach giving us the national holiday, and y'all know what that is.
Zach,
Valentine's Day.
happy
Appreciate it,
Valentine's,
Zach.
happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Hey, happy Valentine's Day. Love the
All you
love.
love birds out there.
Gotta show the love out there, man. But let's talk about these lovebirds here, man. Liv and Dom, real quick. Gotta talk about it. Okay. Liv was sitting there telling Stephanie Vaquer, look, I can be the one to beat you. Then Stephanie Vaquer was saying some stuff in Spanish. I said, all right, you can say it in Espanol. I don't know what you said, but Dirty Dom knows what you said. And then he gave a response to Stephanie Vaquer. And then Liv says, look, I know I don't understand Spanish, but I know Dirty Dom can translate it to you. Then she called Stephanie Valkyria puta. Now, if you know that in Espanol, I'm not gonna say it in English, but it wasn't good. And then to the point to where Stephanie Valkyria slapped the hell out of Dirty Dom and walked off. Then we flash forward. Come on, man. Look, I ain't gonna lie. This we had Rhea Ripley going up against Lyra Valkyria and Ivy now. Now, don't get me wrong, man. I love Rhea, but I'm Cuba.
Just 1 minute. Oh,
You gotta be
I
kidding
never
me.
thought.
Now, I know what y'all are thinking. Why would I put Cuba and why would I cue him up for this? I'm not gonna lie, man. Some of these triple threat matches have gotten to the point to where it's just you kind of know who's gonna win this. But again, Rhea Ripley beating Lyra Valkyria and Ivy now to earn her spot to punch that ticket in elimination champ. Then, a little bit after that, Natty. Okay, Natty comes and attacks the hell out of Maxine Dupree. I thought this was crazy. Okay, look, this was wild. Okay, in the midst of her attacking Maxine, you seen AJ Lee. AJ Lee's trying to come and help and aid Maxine Dupree, and then in the midst of her walking and trying to help AJ Lee trying to help Maxine Dupree, here comes the man. Becky Lynch. All right, having a sneak attack on AJ Lee. And honestly, this rivalry is definitely cooking up right now. Hey, not Bland. What's good, man? Good to see you up on here with us, man.
What up, Bland?
What's going on, Bland? Then we got to flash forward. And I had to make sure I got this. Look at this. Come on. Look at that super cutter from across the ring. Come on, Javon. OG, you're showing them well. You're teaching them. Yeah, you see Javon Evans and the original El Grande Americano going up against Los Americanos, but you see what it is. Okay, you see how they got the dub over Los Americanos, and this was a great match, man. Ultimate banger. Then we flash forward. Man, come on. Look, this might have been one of my favorite parts of Raw. CM Punk out there talking, to Michael Cole. When he's talking to Michael Cole, all of a sudden, my man, Finn Balor, comes up and he actually gets his way, and I love this for him, gets his way to get a match at Elimination Chamber. I mean, it was to the point we kind of pissed CM Punk off enough. Okay, and I love this. He pissed him off enough to get him that title match. Adam Pearce was trying to say, no, I'm not gonna do this. CM Punk said, I'm the champ, and I'm making this call. I said, I'm all for it. Finn, you better win. Please, man. We all pulling for you over here, bro. I promise you we are. Then we flash forward to the main event. The main event. Now, this was another elimination qualifying match, and this was another banger. Now, we had Austin Theory going up against Penta and LA Knight. Yeah. Now, this was another banger, man. Look, what I loved about this, the masked man, again, we don't know who the hell this is, comes and helps aid Austin Theory. Hits Austin Theory. What a good old, you know what it is, that curb stomp. Throws Austin Theory back in. Okay, he takes off. The masked man takes off, goes running. Logan Paul tries to follow up. Austin Theory's still outside the ring. Well, I'm sorry. Austin Theory gets thrown into the ring. Penta has already been put behind the table. But LA Knight hitting the BFT on Austin Theory. And now he punches his ticket for Elimination Chamber. And this is the finish right here. Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. Raw had a few good situations, and I loved it. Now, one thing I'm going to say about this, man, a couple of things I'm going to talk about, and Heartbreak Prince, I'm going to let you cook up as always because the people love everything you say, boy. I tell you, I ain't gonna lie, man. Look, this has kind of been my issue with some of these triple threat matches, right? We're throwing in some of the obvious picks, which I'm not liking. All right, you got Ivy now. You got Lyra, and then you throw Rhea in. Well, at that point, I kind of know who the hell gonna win the match. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because Rhea Ripley is still one of the main women in the WrestleMania commercial. So if I see her in a match, well, at that point, I know she's gonna possibly win it. But again, not a bad match. That was again, it was a bang of a match. Javon, the young OG, man. Look, you killed it, man. Him and the original Grande Americano, I love how they had that match. It was a banger. Now, please, that being said, do not keep my man Javon with the luchador ridiculousness. Get my man up out of that storyline soon, and let's get him into some more serious storylines, okay? And again, I got to talk about my man, L.A. Knight. Yeah, okay? I'm glad to see it. I really am. I'm glad the fact that we're seeing LA Knight finally getting some bit of a push. Now, that being said, if you put this man in Elimination Chamber, I I'm not really sure. Because again, and we're gonna talk about SmackDown later on. Some of the people that's already in this, I just don't know who we're gonna go for at this point. But again, I'm not mad about this. And you know I gotta talk about the man, Becky Lynch. Now look, Becky, you're doing your thing. I'm loving this. Now, if this goes forward to see, Becky Lynch losing the Intercontinental Women's Champion to AJ Lee, look, AJ, you better step the hell up. You better do better than what Becky did. I'm going to tell you right now, because this woman is doing amazing work. Amazing. Hey, shout out
Nasty work. What up?
Nasty work, man. Good to see you up on here with us, man. Yeah, I'm telling you. And again, if AJ Lee is the champ, please don't have her be no part-time champ. We don't need that. I like what Becky's doing. I love what Becky. I've been saying this since she had the damn title. So let's keep that momentum going, and let's not rely on nostalgia. Okay, if you're gonna put AJ Lee, if you're gonna put that title on her, let her build up these other women that's in the mid card. All right, Becky did it for Lyra. You see how she's thriving. So let's get some more people up on there. You know what I'm saying? We just got to do it. If we ain't doing it, something's wrong. Heartbreak Prince, what's your thoughts, man? What you think?
It's funny. I just want to pick up where you kind of left off at a minute ago. It's funny that you talked about like the Elimination Chamber matches being predictable. My wife and I had that same exact conversation because when it came down to LA Knight, Penta, and Austin Theory, she was like, well, who do you think is going to win? I said, well, LA Knight's going to win this. And she was like, well, why do you say that? Because she's thinking Penta's going to win it. And I told her, I said, to me, like the Elimination Chamber matches have all been predictable. I said, like earlier when I saw Rhea enter in, I knew Rhea was winning. That was going to be an obvious thing. When it comes to LA Knight, he's going to win. I said, they got Elimination Chamber match on Friday. Cody's going to win. Like you could just call it out. How it's going to be, and I just had the feeling that the winner of the whole Elimination Chamber is going to be Cody. So it's kind of got its issues with it being predictable, but when or you've seen the WWE formula multiple times, you just kind of know what to expect, especially because it's very rare that you get thrown a curveball, very often from WWE when it comes to stuff like this, especially setting up for their main PLEs. Now, with that said, there's nothing wrong with it either. I mean, a lot of times you're seeing some of your more over wrestlers and your more popular wrestlers, especially when you're talking about a WrestleMania. However, there is that group of us that really want to see like new faces and new places. And we've talked about this before. I just don't know if WWE really has the leeway to do that. In the situation that they're in with, kind of like leadership and wanting to maximize revenue for their shows, especially something like WrestleMania. And with WrestleMania being right around the corner, they have to sell tickets. And so they're going to try to go with the bigger stars. Now, with that said, I want to get into something that was kind of weird, but also cute, probably perfect for Valentine's Day, which is the Becky Lynch and AJ Lee stuff. I thought their promo was awkward. It had this awkwardness to it, but it was also like, I guess it got the job done. It got the message across about how manipulative AJ Lee can be, and and how it goaded the man and the best women's wrestler of all time, according to Sports Illustrated, and whatever other
And Bleacher
forums
Report.
that talk about it, Bleacher Report, Xclusive Knights Podcast. If you want to go on and on and on. I thought that was awkwardly executed, but I did still enjoy the back and forth between the two of them to set up for a match. So this is good. Of course, I'm pulling for AJ Lee in this. Probably who isn't pulling for AJ Lee? Although I have been really enjoying Becky and her run as the Intercontinental Women's Intercontinental Champion. She's been so good. So even if she was to win, I still wouldn't be mad. I really wouldn't. Just because Becky has been killing it. I never thought I would see the day that I'm such like a huge Becky Lynch fan, but this version of Becky Lynch, I just rock with. She's just dope. I love her. I love the way she cuts her promos. She's got a good vibe, and I think she's killing it, and she's doing a phenomenal job. Javon Evans, need I say more? The only thing with Javon Evans that I fear with him going to the main roster, we know Triple H have a thing about people that are uber athletic. And then if you're uber athletic and then you're small because you're not, the size of the game, when he was just, roided up, he looks at you as, flippy, dippy, whatever he likes to call it stuff. He's like, yeah, the guy that does the flippy, dippy, whatever, jumpy stuff. So that's how he looks at Javon Evans. So, of course, he's in these matches where it allows him to be flippy, dippy, jumpy, whatever. But, yeah, I do want to see him get into, like you said, some more serious storylines. Not that I have anything against El Grande Americano, but it looks like we're going to be getting El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano versus the new El Grande Americano. And so I think that they're going to be building towards the story for that, which is interesting. And then lastly, I just want to get to, the LA Knight thing, elimination match. One, happy for LA Knight that he won. It's not really a shocker there. But the thing that's starting to drag on me is the masked men stuff. Like, all right, I'm okay with this if this ends up being like a banger story or a banger faction that we get out of this. Maybe this has something to do with Seth. Maybe it has something to do with like maybe a breakup between the Vision. I don't know if they're going to fall under Austin Theory or if they're going to fall under Logan Paul. Like, whatever. If we get something major out of it. But if we just keep getting the mask, the all black mask figure coming in and interrupting things, and we don't really see a progression or a story come from it, I'm gonna be a little annoyed with it because now I feel like it's just being overused. But I hope they got something brewing from this. I keep saying I really wish they do something with Austin's Theory being a double agent, but I don't know if that's going to be on the agenda. But I would like to see something like that. But by the way Austin Theory keeps taking L's, I don't see them having anything like in store or anything that big for Austin Theory in the works. But outside of that, the match itself, good, ended well. LA Knight, with the victory and is going to Elimination Chamber, so at least we'll get to see him there. So yeah, overall, I thought Raw was okay. I give it like a 7 out of 10. Between Raw and SmackDown has just been killing it the last few weeks, and Raw just kind of been average. It's been all right.
Yeah, man. I feel you, man, and I feel like this is what we've been talking about for a good little minute, especially the comparison between Raw and SmackDown. Like it's it's like I watch Raw and I'm like, all right, please give me something that I'm like legitimately excited for. Then it's like we go to SmackDown. I'm like, I know I'm gonna be happy the whole way. It's so yeah, I do feel you. I think the masked man thing has been dragged along. Again, I've been said this before. Bruce Bridges, stop recycling the damn storylines. When you recycling the storyline from SmackDown versus Raw, come on, bro. Come on. I played this story like. And
I played this story.
I played the storyline. You know how he do. Let's just switch it up. Let's just change it up. Like I'm like, man, come on, man. Let's not keep doing this. So, yeah, I agree. I feel like the masked man situation is being dragged along. And at this point, I'm like, well, at first I thought it was Logan. Then it's like, well, if it ain't Logan's chasing him. I seen somebody say Grayson Waller. I said, at this point, dude, Just take the damn mask off so we can get this over with. I'm
Well, because I
done with
feel
the
like it's
games.
happening. I feel like it's happening, but they're not really addressing it. Like on the following week, like the masked man jumps in, beats up Braun Breaker, entering into the Royal Rumble, and I don't think we really addressed like, hey, who was this person? Like, on the following Raw that came in and beat up Braun. It was just like Braun was just throwing stuff, upset and angry, like, but nobody's trying to really get to the bottom of who it is. Now he comes in this week, he interferes in this match. So are we going to address the fact that we got a mass vigilante running around the streets of Raw? Like, what is this? What is happening here? And nobody's going to say anything about it. I don't understand. So that's why I said I hope they have a storyline coming from this, because otherwise we got somebody out here just a mass vigilante. That's all I can call them. I mean, what's happening here?
I don't know, man. We're gonna find out soon, sooner or later. Sooner or later. But we talked about some of the average things that happen on Monday Night Raw. Now it's time to talk about that man Sean. Hooking it up with NXT, baby. NXT, man. Look, Dawn, this is, when it comes to a Tuesday, I don't ever got to worry about a bad show. We say it all the time. It's either good or it's great. Sean ain't never gave us nothing below that. So, in my opinion, the ratings going to stay high. And this is why I tell people, if you only watch the main roster, you are legitimately missing out on real good storyline, real good wrestling. Okay, I mean, and I tell people too, if you watch NXT, these are the next ones that are coming up. So then when you see them on the main roster, you're not like, oh, who's this? Oh, I got to learn who this. No, get to learn the wrestlers on NXT. So when they come up, then you'll be pissed off and like, this ain't how they used to be. That's how we always used to be all the time. So, hey, we'll see. But there's only a couple people from NXT that we've seen really thrive, and I can't wait to talk about that later. Because, boy, when it comes to lemon pepper steppers, I ain't gonna do it. Yeah, I ain't gonna do it.
Worldwide Willie.
Come on, boy. Hey, look, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Make me. I swear.
WWE released that short a couple days ago, or yesterday, or so I saw it yesterday anyway, where he did the promo telling of he Worldwide Willie. Go to www.worldwidewillie. Worldwide Willie is insane.
Bro, he's killing it, man. He's killing it. He's killing it. I can't wait. We're going to talk about it. I can't wait. All right, let's get into this with NXT, man. They kicked this show off with, if you believe, come on, man, Joe Hendry, man. Look, Joe Hendry came out. I know it was funny because there was a guy in the crowd that had a title and everything, shirt, the wig, everything. I said, man, y'all are killing it with this. Comes out, dresses the crowd. Crowd's telling him, you deserve it. I said, I feel that. But then, who comes out? Bam, 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 dun, 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 dun. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be thinking I'm doing like I'm in a rave every time the Vanity Project comes up.
Vanity Project comes out.
I don't know what it is. At first, I used to hear it. I was like, I'm not feeling this. And then after a while, it grew on me. Those boys are something else, man. But yeah, man, Vanity Project. Okay, comes
definitely
out.
Check it out.
Yeah,
definitely check out NXT.
Yeah, yes, man. If you haven't watched NXT, man, I'm telling you, you will never be disappointed when it comes to NXT, man. Like like the frustrations that we get from Raw. I ain't gonna say we don't even get that many frustrations from SmackDown. You don't have that with NXT. Really don't. Like that's why I advocate for this brand right here on this one, because this is one. Yeah, they do. They over deliver. They really do. Like Sean, this is why we call you the chef, man.
Chef.
The Vanity Project come out. You know how that goes with that. Jackson Drake, okay, tells Joe Hendry, look, you might be the champ and you barely beat me. You barely even won that ladder match. But I want a title shot. I said, hold on, bro. I don't know if you really earned that, but if that's what you think, then I guess so. All right, so what I loved about it, man, Jackson Drake and the Vanity Project, they start to beat the hell out of Joe Hendry. Now, at one point, Joe had a little bit of upper hand, but you know how it goes 3-1. Come on, let's do the math here. You see what happened? They put Joe Hendry down, and that led to Jackson Drake actually getting a title match later on that night. But then we flash forward. I Hey, look, J Movie Mania, I ain't gonna cap, bro. Y'all are killing it with the chance. Miss Parker, don't play that ish. I love it. I love y'all are killing it with this. But we had Jada Parker going up against Blake Monroe. This ended in a double countout. Okay, Jada Parker going crazy, by the way. All right, you see her signature. Then security guards come out. They trying to stop her. She hits one dude with a low blow, slaps another dude. Then she kicks another security guard through the barricade. I said, come on, Miss Parker. This is what we talking about out of you, Jada. And we loved it. Then we flash forward. Hey, the speed. Look, now this was a very good. I'm not gonna lie. I actually I'm starting to like these speed tournament matches. Eli Knight. Hey, look, another long lost cousin. Go ahead, Eli. Beating Josh Briggs in this tournament. Now, I thought this was great. This solidifies their spot. And now it's going to be Eli Knight and the French luchador himself. Man, look, I love this. They're going to be facing off, and whoever wins faces Jasper Troy. But that meant nothing because Jasper Troy came out and beat the hell out of both of them. And I said, all right, I feel that, Jasper. Do your thing, man. Then we flash forward. Now, let's talk about this real quick because this was actual chaos. It started with Dark State coming out, talking about pretty much addressing the culling, talking about Tony D'Angelo. They said, we had to take you out. We knew we was going to take out a major pillar in NXT. Then after that, the culling comes out. Sean Spears starts talking about, look, we're not about to run down to the ring. We plan ahead, and then you'll see the plan. Then it came to OTM being in the crowd, them addressing Dark State. Then it came to Hank and Tank coming out. Now they're addressing Dark State. That became chaos to the point where, two members out of Dark State, Saquon Sugars, okay? Oh, man, Saquon Sugars and what's my other guy's name? Big light-skinned dude, not Dion, but he's another one. I think it's Osama. Anyway, y'all know who it is. But you see what happened. After two members of Dark State is already out of the ring, Tony D'Angelo, the Don, I don't even know if he's going by the Don anymore at this point, taking out half of Dark State, and already he is on his path of vengeance.
Vengeance.
Then we flash forward. Man, the match with Joe Hendry going up against Jackson Drake, and this was another banger. This was for the NXT title, by the way, y'all. Look, he had his first title defense, and it was a successful one, man. Proud to see you doing what you're doing, Joe. Then we flash forward to Ricky Saints, okay, attacking Joe Hendry. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie, pretty Ricky Saints, man.
Pretty Ricky,
like
what they
this.
call him.
That's what they call him, man. Look, y'all know this. Y'all know this, man. And I thought this was great. Then we flash forward. Come on now. To even more chaos that continued throughout this night. Again, you see what it is. You see the culling. You see Darkseid. They're still going at it throughout the night. Like, man, y'all boys is crazy for this. It was insane. And the reason why that happened, because we had the Vanity Project going up against Hank and Tank. And again, this tag team division is really starting to cook up. I remember we said before, where's this tag team division going? And it looks like the new tag teams are already making their impact. But again, you see the Vanity Project beating Hank and Tank, and we'll see that leads to later. Then we flash forward. Oh, man. To this main event here. And I ain't even gonna lie, man. Now, if y'all know how the stipulation went, Robert Stone said, look, we're gonna do a tag team match. Sol Ruca going up against Ren QCC. Now, whoever gets the pin is the one that is the number one contender for the NXT title, for the women's NXT title. Now, what was crazy, I said to myself, all right, what are we going to be doing with Zarya and Sol? But Zarya told Sol backstage, look, haven't you had enough title matches and title opportunities? It's time for me to get mine. I said, oh, I said, what? Zarya? You want to do something for yourself now? It's about damn time. I love this for you, Zarya. It's about time. Keep doing this. For real. I love it. What's up, Nicole? Good to see you joining us as
Hey, Cole.
always.
Hey, love. How you doing?
Man, but look, what this led to, this chaos that was going on with this. And I thought this was great. Okay. You see what happened. First of all, Zarya thought she was the legal woman in the match. Sol snuck a tag. It really wasn't a snuck a tag. It was like Zarya wasn't paying attention. Thinking she's about to get the pin. Sol Ruca hitting Soul Snatcher on Kendall Gray, and now she becomes the number one contender. Man, and you see JC Jane, and you see Zarya looking at Sol and JC Jane. And this is the finish, right here.
The little stories within.
Look.
The little stories within. That's what NXT does so well. Just the way that ended. This look here from Zarya.
Come on. Come on.
So looking at, the goal that's, she's chasing after. She's always in the picture of, some type of title. And Zarya's just always in the back. I love it. I love it. Something devilish is around the
corner. I'm telling you, Zarya.
I'm
happy. I'm happy for her. Look, it's like I've been saying this to her for months, and this woman is finally listening to me. I said to myself, I never got so hyped. Like when they had that backstage segment, when it was her and Sol, and she got upset, I jumped up for joy. I jumped up. I said, yes, Zarya, yes, thank you. This is what I want out of you. This is what I know you could do. So, Sean, you're doing your thing. This was the only thing I used to have a problem with. I was like, yo, we got to do something with this. But, Sean, thank you. You did more than just listen. You're starting to really, it's not even starting. You're delivering. I kept thinking, I said, where is this going? And this is going to be something great. I can't wait for this. But we got to talk about a couple of things with the NXT, because I can talk about that Zarya situation for a good little minute. Okay, Jada Parker and Blake Monroe. I loved everything about that match. Match was a banger. It was gritty. It was real. It was raw. Pause. I don't even know if that was a pause for real. But
silly.
But at the same time, man, I think they over-delivered. I love the rivalry that they got going on. I really wish it was for a title at this point. But that crowd is so behind Jada. It's not even funny, man. She's organically with it. The crowd loves it. Jay Movie Man was telling me, look, if they ain't putting no NXT title on Jada, they don't want nothing else. I said, all right, bet. I get it. I get it. I love JC Jane. Don't get me wrong, but low-key, it might be time for her to drop that title soon. So we'll see. I mean, it better not be the Soul.
It's going to be the Soul.
It better not be the Soul.
It's going to be the Soul. That's without a doubt.
So, and I was thinking about that too. Like, if it does go to Soul, Zarya, I told you this before, do your damn job and take Soul out. That's it, Zarya. That's all I get. Because look, I'm not gonna lie, man. I love Sol Ruca to death, man. I do.
That's my baby.
I love Sol, man, and I love what they've been doing with Sol. But it's kind of like it's one of those things. She's like, hey, look, it's not my fault I'm getting these opportunities. It's not my fault I'm just great. It's not my fault they keep wanting to pick me. Yeah. It's not my fault they let the crowd. So it's like, Soul played this little innocent thing, like, hey, it's not me, it ain't me. And Zarya's like, look, I know it's you.
It ain't my fault. Did I do that?
She's like, man, look, I don't give a damn what you saying. It is your fault. It's my time. Your time been up. My time is now. And I ain't talking John Cena. Heartbreak Prince, what's your thoughts, man? What you think?
Man, I'm gonna start really quick with the Vanity Project. I have really been vibing with them. Not just the music, but them as characters
Yeah.
themselves. I am very entertained with them, and they've been doing one hell of a job. But the match that came out of NXT that I'm just the most hyped for is definitely Knight versus the French Luchador. I just think this match is gonna be fire, and then it's a speed match. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be like off the chains between these two dudes because the French Luchador the other night, when he made his debut, I mean, I was so impressed with that dude athletically in the ring. It was insane. And then you got him with another athletic dude tonight. That match is gonna be fire. The only sad part, if you want to say that, is the fact that it's gonna be a speed match because I would like to see them have just a regular, match, a degular match and just get them there 15, 20 minutes to just go. But we're gonna get it all now within like 3 minutes, which is fine. But yeah, that setup was dope. And then of course, Pretty Ricky, what they call him.
Yeah, man.
The same flamboyance, the same bravado, the same little man as the ruler once told Pretty Ricky when they had their back and forth. But this version of Pretty Ricky, I'm vibing with. Like, yeah, he messed up on that ladder 2 weeks ago or a week ago when he should have just went on and grabbed the title, but had to hit his pose. And now this man is coming out here dressed in all black, just taking out, just giving Joe Hendry punishment for his own wrongdoings, because it's all because of him. It's because of his flamboyance. It's because of his bravado that he is not champion right now. It's all his fault, but he can't see it. He wants to take it out on Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is love. He's love. He did what he's supposed to do. He climbed the ladder. He didn't turn and smile for the crowd like Joe Hendry would. He grabbed the brass ring. And so, but I do like the fact that we have this going on between Hendry and Ricky Saints. I think I think that's dope. It's going to be good. And then also, lastly, just to kind of end it up, Sol Ruca, I'm happy for her because y'all know how I feel about Sol Ruca. If you've been rocking with the Knights, for any period of time, she had me at hello. If for those who know the movie reference, she had me at hello. That Soul Snatcher, boy. When that first time I saw that, I said, "Yeah, this is my girl right here. I choose you. I choose you." And she's been great, man. I'm happy for her. I can't wait to see this match between her and JC Jane. And I hope Soul wins. I hope Soul gets the title. And I can just see it because WWE has been really behind Soul. I mean, they had the lady in the Royal Rumble. She showed up and showed out there in Saudi Arabia. People got to see the Soul Snatcher. For those who may not watch the NXT product, and may have missed her when she made appearances on SmackDown or whatever. Sol Ruca is the truth. I'm excited for her, and I know her future is bright. So yeah, I'm really excited that she's going to have this opportunity, and I hope she gets to add one more NXT title to her nameplate. Before she leaves the NXT universe and moves on to the main roster. She's already been the NXT North American champion. She's already been the women's speed champion. She just has not held the NXT championship. So I think that's right, coming right into her future here shortly. So that's good. It's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I definitely feel you on that. I can see Soul winning it. And I think that's what I'm thinking. Like, if Soul does win it, right? Now, Zarya, now you got it. Now you got to up the stakes. Now you got to go crazy. Now if Soul wins it, Zarya beat the hell out of Soul. You know what I want to see out of this? I want to see like a Kevin Owens beating the hell out of Sami Zayn. Like when Sami Zayn first won the NXT title, and Kevin Owens like, oh yeah, that's what I want. Act like you all cool. Act like you proud of her. Then beat the hell out of Soul. Take her out. Zarya.
I think that's exactly what we're going to get. I think that's exactly what we're going to get. It's going to happen.
That's what I'm thinking, man. I'm telling you, it's got to. It's got to. I need Zarya to really be like Mr. Suzu said. I need her to be just nasty and just go. Come on the
Hey, nasty work. Where you at?
So yeah, man. I think I think they got something brewing and cooking up, Sean. This is why we call you the chef, man. This is why. This is why, because this is a great show. I
It
loved it,
was.
man. And Robert Stone, hey, matter of fact, one thing I got to talk about too, because I don't like how they don't show some of the highlights on YouTube, some of the backstage. I'm like, man, why do y'all just not
Post
address and
this.
put this on? Yeah, Keanu Carver. Now I got to talk about the YN crash out, man. Look, I love that guy, man. I've been saying this. I was on a TikTok panel. Shout out to my man Heels for Life, Chris. We was on one of the late night cookout panels, and I was showing him. I was like, "Yo, Keanu Carver, he nice, man. Look, he went up to Robert Stone, right, and he said, you know, how does Jackson Drake get a title opportunity? He was like, look, he was the first one that came out. He addressed it, and that's how he got it. I'm not gonna tell you, you know, to make your claim, but do what you got to do. I said, Rob, what are you doing, bro? You just telling everybody just keep the chaos going. But I was okay with it though. Keanu Carver beat the hell out of everybody in the backstage locker room, even my man Tavion Hyde. And I hate to see it because I really like Tavion. I said, damn, not Tavion, man. So I don't like to see him down like that.
He crashed out, man.
He crashed out. He said, yeah, this what y'all want, huh? I said, yeah, Keanu. See, that's what I like, that realness, man, out of him. That keep him like this. If he ever gets to that main roster, I just pray to God they don't water him down, man. That's just somebody you got to keep him as him and just let him go crazy. Now, I feel like Keanu Carr, I don't think he's a replacement to Oba, but I think he's like a whole different version of Oba. And I don't even like to compare them both. But I like Keanu Carver, man. He's just different. Man from BC. I've been saying, I was like, yeah, he from that DMV area, so you can hear it in his tone when he be talking. So I love it, man.
What's his
He's
name? The
killing it.
GM touched him on the shoulder to stop him, and then he
Yeah.
took his hand back.
He looked like I said, yeah. Put that fear in him. That's
said,
that fear. I'm telling you, man.
Get out of here.
He
better
the
get out of
crash
here.
out. They've been saying it, boy. He the crash out. You see what Nasty said?
Yeah.
He the YN crash out, man. Oh man, I loved it, man. NXT, y'all are killing it. Love
I
what
feel
they're
like
doing,
in
Chef
NXT, Sean can let them be, you know, what they are, and it just works because it's just something about that atmosphere where it just works. And then when they get to the main roster, of course they gotta change. They're going to change it to fit kind of how they work, you know, on the main roster.
Yeah.
But maybe, hopefully they don't mess with Keanu.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I mean, so far, and we're gonna talk about this in a second. So far,
and shout out to Booker T.
Yeah,
he has been on it, man. I just really quick. Every week I find myself in here just stomach just touching my back, laughing at this man. This guy's a fool. Just the stuff he says. Booker is on something, man. That dude, he is Joe Henry. He's doing a whole remix to Joe Henry song, and I kind of vibe with it. I think it's dope from side to side, and it just always sound like he's like his throat is about to just jump out of his daggone neck any minute. I believe in Joe Henry. He's just a Booker T, man. I enjoy his commentary. I really do. I just find it funny, and my wife, she loves it too. She's just laughing, and I want to give him a shout out. He's just Booker T being. That's all he is. Just Booker T being. And I enjoy it.
I do too, man. He's killing it, man. I feel like now it's like every entrance, whoever it is, I would have never thought he had been singing Joe Hendry's song, and I'm like, you did it again, Book.
Yeah,
proud of you, man.
What was it? Who was it? Oh my gosh, who was in the match? He said, "Get out of there, son! Get out of there, man!" and what's the name got destroyed? It was Knight when the Don was out there.
Yeah.
He said, "Get out of there, son! Get out of there, man!" I said,
Yeah, Booker gonna know when it comes to Keanu Carver. Yeah.
Hey, Booker was just on something, man. He is so silly. I had to rewind that part multiple. Like, get out of there, son. Get out of there,
man. He's killing it, man. I love it.
He's dope. He just I like it, man.
I like it. You know what?
Like it.
Let's man, come on, cause I'm ready to talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about the best part of the end of the week for Friday Night Smackdown. Oh man, Smackdown. You know, I was thinking about it when I was in a panel a while ago. They was like, my show going up was Raw. Me, I'm a Smackdown dude. I'm for the blue brand. I feel like I've always loved Smackdown growing up. Yeah. Whether it was when I seen Kurt Angle, John Cena, all of them. I liked Raw, but it was just something about Smackdown that just felt better. And it's that same feel right now with it, man. Let's talk about it, because I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm already feeling them. I am already feeling. Hey, I don't even.
Watch out.
Yeah, I'm getting them. I'm telling you. Them Rock Tills is already man. They already in show land, but let's talk about it. They kicked this show off with good old Tiffy time. Okay, Tiffy time. You know, she coming out, she talking about, she's gonna be winning Elimination Chamber going to WrestleMania. That's another one we already talked about before. But what I loved about it, you see who it is. Come on now. Come on, man.
Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's the type of girl I like. Down with my team.
You see, you stupid. You see who it is. You see the irresistible force, Nia Jax. Okay. Yes. You see the big lash. Okay. Nia telling Tiffany, you can say all the stuff that you want, but you know that you're lying. And Lash. Well, first of all, then Tiffany tried to say, oh, wow, that's so nice. It looks like you found a replacement. Your little replacement. First of all, don't try to play the big Lash like that, because we know ain't nothing about that woman little. Okay. Lash says, nah, we ain't doing that. Okay. We're not gonna do that like you you trying to play. And I loved everything about this promo here. But then it continued, because then it flashed forward to the tag team match going up against Rhea and Io Sky and the Big Lash and Nia. Now, this ended again in another double countout, which was okay. But the chaos legitimately continued. Io Sky, okay, ran through the ropes, putting Nia Jax through a table. All right. And then my girl, the Big Lash herself, putting Rhea Ripley through the damn barricade right after that. I said, yeah, Lash.
This is happening. I think this is a WrestleMania match here. For some reason, these two keep facing off.
Yeah. I mean, it's something about it. Like they keep having those back and forths, and I'm for it, man. And Lash, look, you better beat the hell out of Rhea. Do it for us.
Mommy's always on top.
I love Rhea, but it's just when it comes, I just feel like sometimes, man, like, and I think I've said this before, I just feel like sometimes they kind of force feed Rhea sometimes, man. Like, come on. Thanks, Nash. I appreciate that. You see that. Come on.
Oh, Nasty.
I feel like sometimes they kind of force Rhea down our throats. Like, even I think I've said that before. When Rhea and Io comes out, they start with Io, and then Rhea comes out, and then it's just all about Rhea. And it's like, that. Yeah. Then it's like we put in a triple threat match. Oh, well, Rhea wins this. Come on. All right. But Lash, man, she's just been showing out every week, man. Every week. But let's keep talking about this, because we got to flash forward to this bit of greatness, man. Come on. My man, Mello. Come on. Melo don't miss. I love this, man. First of all, the crowd was chanting for Melo. Melo, Melo, Melo. I said, yeah, boy. Yeah, that's what I want. Cut a great promo, okay? Talk about how you've been bringing prestige to the title. I said, yes, you have, Melo. Yes, you have. Talking about, how he's made this title look good. All right, now the open challenge was definitely put on hold because he had a match with Ilya Dragunov going up for that title again. And then, of course, Ilya Dragunov, he's out there. But then, and I thought this was hilarious, who comes out? That man, Solo Sikoa. I love this, man. Solo, he is really good on the mic, man. Like, I think honestly, and some of y'all might call me crazy. Some of y'all might be saying I'm wilding. But I'm to the point where I feel like Solo is on that mic level in the Samoan dynasty to where he's like on that Rock status. I think at this point, I love Roman. But we talking about mics. I think Solo better, honestly. I think he's funny. I think he's quick, witty with it, and he's believable. And I'm like, yeah, Solo, you got this, man. You got this. But since Solo comes out, then, the MFT start to attack, Carmelo and Ilya Dragunov. But then we've seen Apollo Crews come out and help. We've seen Shinsuke Nakamura come out and help. And of course, we've seen my man, Long Island's own Matt Cardona come out and help. And it led to a 10-man tag team match, right? And the chaos continued. But when Ilya Dragunov had took out Solo, Melo was still in the ring. And it led to Tama Tonga hitting his, what they call a cutthroat, on Carmelo Hayes. Now, what I thought was crazy in this match, there was actually a spot in the match where Shinsuke hit a damn V-trigger on Tama Tonga. I said, hold up. I went back like 3 times. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I said, with a V trigger, and then he said, "Oh, so needed." I said, "No. That's a V trigger."
V trigger.
I was like, "I know a move from the wrestling god when I see it." I said, "No, that's a V trigger right there." I loved it. But speaking of love, man, we got to talk about this, man, because I ain't even gonna lie, man. This wasn't even a bad match, neither. Okay, but again, this is another one. What we said, damn near almost predictable. All right, look, we had a triple threat match, of course, Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Alexa Bliss going up against Julia and Zelina Vega. All right, now this was another banger. Kiana James was out there aiding and helping Julia. We had Charlotte out there. Zelina don't need nobody. She got a man. So what does she need? She don't need nobody there. But Alexa Bliss getting the pin and getting the dub over Zelina and Julia. Now she's punched in her ticket. So we'll see what happens with that. Wow. Now I'm ready to talk about some greatness real quick. Then we flash forward. Come on. I had to get this angle. This, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of a man they called the Brahma Bull. It reminded me of when The Rock came out and he would just put that man, rock chips. Man, come on. Y'all see what this is? Hollywood trick. First brand trick. Man, hold up. I done got so excited. I done messed up the moniker for my man. We are talking about Hollywood trick. First class trick. 2 brand trick. Trick and A. Trick Willie. Trick Willie Wonka. Come on. Worldwide Willie. This man comes up with so many names and monikers, I got to start writing them down. I said, man, yo, come on. How he came out, hit that little, I said, yeah, boy, come on, Trick. came out, I said, man, that man is a superstar. Look
And
how he
Nasty going
is.
crazy into the chat.
Cause look,
For the comment,
Nasty
he
no.
like, look that.
Nasty no, man. Look, I love it. I love it, man. I love to see it from you, man. Look, man. And then, man, when Trick came, even when he grabbed the mic, he was hitting his ad libs. He was doing the book of ad libs.
Yep.
Come on, man. I need it. I need it. I need it. Woo.
Woo!
I said, Trick, you are killing this, man. Look, I got to talk about the promo, and then we're going to talk about this because I'm just so nervous. I was so happy about this. Trick,
Yeah, he killed it.
he killed this promo, man. I think this might have been my favorite promo of the week. Trick was talking about Sammy. He said, Sammy, I'm getting tired of Sami Zayn coming out here begging for another opportunity. It makes me sick. I said, yeah, Trick, talk about it. He said, you ain't combed your hair in a long time. You come out here wearing sketches, just smelling like 10 pounds of bounce at it. I said, man, come on. Yes.
10 pounds of bounce that ass is insane.
Man, look, he said next week I got a qualifying match. He said, I might come out here with my mink on. I might come out here with I had to get this, my lemon pepper steppers. Man, and the crowd is following up with it. I said, come on, bro. What more do we have to do for this man? This man don't need to do nothing else, man. The crowd popped. And then he even said for Ray Phoenix, he said, I'm about to take you down to, man. And then it led to Ray Phoenix coming out, but that meant absolutely nothing because my man Trick getting the dub over Ray Phoenix. Now, before we talk about the rest of the show, I got to give my man Trick some time for this, man. This was good.
If you peeped when he was doing his thing and he said, and I may come out here with my mink on, I may have on my lemon pepper. But if you peeped and looked at where the commentators were, Wade Barrett was laughing so hard. And I caught it. And I was like, he was back there rolling. He was enjoying it.
Yeah, man, look, and that's what I'm saying, man. I think, see, because like me and Trick the same age. So he's 30, I'm 30, right? 30 for 30. I ain't talking ESPN. No, but but like I watched the interview. He was on O'Shea Jackson's podcast, talking about it. So he grew up watching The Rock, Stone Cold, like that Attitude Era. And I can just see a lot of like, not the mannerisms, but I can tell like the habits. See, he has very like 2000, 2001 Rock habits, like the
Walking
way
down the
he
ramp
dresses.
talking.
Yeah, coming to the crowd, talking on the mic. I'm like, Trick, bro, you legitimately got this. You got this crowd in the palm of your damn hands. Like, it's so good. They following up. They love what he's saying. Everything he's saying, again, and I've said this before, I love the display of the Black culture off of him. For real. For real. It's not watered down. He's doing his thing. He's staying his Trick. And it's great, man. He comes out with the white mink, coming out just smooth. And I'm just like, yo, you can't say this isn't about to be one of your top stars. Trick is that man. Come on. Like, the ring work he's doing, insane. But the mic work, that's how you get that crowd. And he's doing that, man. He knows exactly what he's saying. He's got the catchphrases. That's what you want out of a superstar. He's doing that. That's why I said I think he's kind of close to The Rock, because when you talking about mind your business while grown folks is talking, when you talk about 1-800 whoop that, when you talk about Worldwide Willie, like that, these are moniker things. They're calling them Hollywood Trick. Heartbreak Prince, what's your thoughts, man? What you think?
I don't even know where to begin. We've been saying this for a long while now. How Trick is just that dude, and I just hope that his future, stays on this trajectory with the WWE. They don't go south on him or start having them do silly feuds or things like that. They have a star. Like they literally have a print money with this guy type of star on their hand. Just he has the mic skills. He has the monikers. He has the in-ring talent. Joe Test putting him over with the trick knee. Oh, the trick knee. He just made it sound like the most devastating finisher in all of professional wrestling. Like I just hope that the creative team feels the same way about Trick, and that they keep him on this trajectory to being somewhere in a title picture soon, and just keep watching him and just letting him do his thing and just letting him grow, because Trick has been killing it. And you kind of had that question of like, all right, he's huge on NXT. Obafemi, huge on NXT. Javon Evans, huge on NXT. But when they get to the main roster, we have seen some of our favorite stars, like one of my favorite stars back in the day, Keith Lee. Love that man on NXT. Was just a phenomenal star, an athletic big man that could do a somersault off the top rope. Like it was crazy athletic. He truly was limitless. And then when he got to the WWE main roster, he was limited and started coming
Bearcat.
Yeah, like they changed his name. Then they started making the man wear like the onesie. Like it was just, I didn't care. I didn't care for it. And then he was gone. And Trick and I'm sorry, but Keith Lee he was phenomenal. So I'm always leery when you get stuff like Oba or Trick, who are just phenomenal talents at NXT, and you love them, and then they go to the main roster and they start saying, this is not great for what we like for the crowd, or this is we need to change this up a little bit or whatever. It seems like they're letting them be, and them just being is killing it. And I just love how the crowd just vibes with Oba and Trick and Javon. I just when they come out, like the crowd getting up out their seat, to chanting or whoop that, like just so hype. I love it. And then of course Trick delivering every single time with the white meat and the lemon pepper steppers. Like just everything about it is just dope. I'm happy for him. And I'm glad to see like he has yet to be watered down so far. So this is dope.
Yeah, man. And one thing too, since you talked about Ola, which I thought was crazy, the Kid Wilson segment. Kid Wilson, man, him and his freaking poetry books and everything with that.
Yeah, that was a great segment. And that was the sad thing for this week. I'll throw that in there real quick. I got no Oba all week. That was criminal. It was criminal in a way.
Yeah,
I said we didn't get Oba on Raw. We should get him on SmackDown. We got the vignette, but I said we should get him on SmackDown. Didn't get him on SmackDown either. I said, all right.
Well, no, we had him. So he was there because they had him on SmackDown. So it seems like he's officially about to be on SmackDown.
On SmackDown?
Yeah, because Nick Aldis was about to hand him the contract, and then Kid Wilson came through with another poem.
and that's when what's his name did his poem back. The violets are, he said it backwards. He said violets are blue, roses are red. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When R-Truth did it. Yeah,
R-Truth did it.
Kid Wilson got a camel toe. I said, yo.
Yeah. Yeah. And Damian Priest was just dying laughing. But no, I'm talking about I want Oba in the ring. I want his entrance. I want him coming out. I want the crowd. Yeah. I want to see, the ruler be the ruler. The fact that, we didn't get another match this week, especially after what he did with Kit last week, with the War Raiders last week, I was like, okay, who's he going to face off with this week? But we didn't get no further build on that story, which is kind of sucking because I know it's going to lead. We have a feeling it's going to lead to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but from what Bubba Ray talking about, he don't think Oba's credible. Man, get up out of here with that BS. You don't talk about the ruler like that.
I don't want to give him space in this in this happy place.
You right. I like that. I like how you did that, Heartbreak Prince. You know what? You right. But let's go ahead and flash forward and talk about this next match here, man. Because this was another banger. And I thought it was good, man. Look, Jade going up against Jordan Grace for the WWE Women's title. Okay, this is Jade Cargill's first title defense. This is kind of crazy to even say. After 100 days. All right, now Jade did her thing. Jordan Grace, amazing. But before the match got started, you see who it is. Dirty Dom and Liv. They come out and they say, look, we're about to have a little Valentine's Day date. And I'm gonna watch and see who could be my potential WrestleMania opponent. I said, okay. They sat out there. Okay, crazy thing is they done had a whole setup, heart-shaped chicken nuggies. Jay took one of the nuggets and chewed it and threw it back at Rock. Rock and Liv. I said, man, this was good. But man, this was a banger of a match to the point. Jay Cargill getting the dub over Jordan Grace. And again, this was another banger. But now we got to talk about this main event, man. Man, Jacob Fatu, the man with the magic boot, going up against Cody Rhodes and sick old Sami Zayn, man. Look, it was kind of crazy because the crowd started booing Sami Zayn. And I said, are the fans turning on Sami? And maybe they're turning on Sami because of Hollywood Trick. Because I mean, every time Sami got any, like the crowd was not for it. They wanted either Jacob or Cody. And honestly, I think people wanted to see Jacob win this, but it was okay. When we thought Jacob was going to win, who interrupted and literally started going haywire? That man, Drew McIntyre, hitting a Claymore on Jacob in the midst of the pin. Then he starts to go out, tries to toss Jacob Fatu. Cody trying to get, the advantage, trying to beat the hell out of Drew. That doesn't work. But even at the time, Drew gets himself up, beats the hell out of Cody again. Then Drew McIntyre power bombs and puts Jacob Fatu through the announce table. At this point, Jacob Fatu is out of the damn match. Then Drew McIntyre comes in, Claymore's Cody, okay, in the midst of that, him doing that, he's going to literally pull Sami Zayn for the pin. I said, man, come on, man. Please no. But then Cody puts the shoulder up at 2.9 seconds, okay? Then Drew McIntyre tries to go back in the ring. Sami Zayn hitting Drew with a haluva kick, and that led to Cody hitting a crossroads on Sami. And now we have Cody Rhodes punching his ticket for the Elimination Chamber. And this is the finish right here. Now, okay. This is we talked about this whole episode. Y'all gotta stop with these the obvious triple threat matches. Like, I don't know, man. Like, and see, the thing is, some of these matches, y'all putting people in the match that we actually want to see win. Like last week, y'all had Tiffy time with Lash. We wanted to see Lash win that. You had this triple threat here with Cody, Sami, and Jacob. I wanted to see my man Jacob win that. Like, I've been done with Sami. I've been said that before. Cody, whatever. But Jacob, all right, cool. That's who we want. But I think this is going to lead to a triple threat match with all three of them at the end. I think at WrestleMania, Jacob versus Drew versus Cody. And you better put the damn title on Jacob Fatu. I'm sick of Cody. I'm sick of him, man. Don't get me wrong. I love what Cody's been doing lately, like promo work. But please, let's not keep force-feeding. Force. That's all y'all doing with some of our household names that we know. Switch this up. Again, with you guys putting out the WrestleMania commercial so far in advance, at that point, you legitimately reveal who are the picks. Why would you, this thing that kills me. What in the hell would y'all put a commercial? Like that commercial's been out since what? November? December? Hell, maybe even October.
Yeah, it was out like October. Yeah.
So I was like, why? I'd rather y'all just put a little thing with just some other stuff. Put some replays from last year. Do something like that. But you don't do this. I don't like that because now it's like, again, you had the triple threat match with Tiffany. Well, she's in the commercial, so we know she's soon to be in it. Even for the Royal Rumble. When you had some of the women that were mainly in that match, in that commercial, well, we know one of these women are going to be the ones to win it. You're giving away this stuff here, man. I don't know, man. And then again, even with Roman, when you put Roman and Cody and CM Punk, I mean, again, CM Punk's the damn champ, so we had to figure that. But Brock Lesnar, oh, well, what's his whole play in this? Well, but then it's like, we got Cody and we got Roman. Well, they got to have some in WrestleMania. Now we know Roman is the one going to Mania. Now we know Cody probably going to Mania. That magic's gone. There's no mystery of who the hell is going to be going to Mania or who's going to the Chamber. At this point, you just connect the dots. Filling it. But this point, they just call context clues. The context clue's been revealed to me for months. There's like, when I see LA Knight in the Elimination Chamber, I'm still thinking to myself, I don't see him even going to Mania. I don't see him being in the main title picture. Why? Because y'all have already revealed the top 4 people you want to see. Now, excuse me. Besides that, because that is one thing that's constantly pissing me off about that. I will say that. The matches have all been bangers. Again, Trick, you're killing it. Love what you're doing. The Big Lash. There's a reason why y'all both together, because y'all both killing it together, man. Hey, look, Lash, Trick told you, stop wearing that damn ring. You better stop wearing that ring when you're up in there. That man paid a good damn dollar for that. So you better stop with that, okay? Because I know my man be getting nervous.
Hey, Nasty, I'm with you, bro.
Come on.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do that though. They won't do that. They not gonna do that. They get
It's like we're gonna put Cody in the chamber. Like, what? I would love to see Oba in the chamber. I'd love to see Trick. I'd love to see Jacob. Let's put some new faces. Man, look, all these new faces we're showing. Why are we still doing the same old damn people? I don't know. That is like one of my biggest pet peeves. I think that's just been so annoying. And then again, even with Jade Cargill, like I love Jade, but we know she about to go to Mania. She got the damn title. Guarantee she going to be in it. I mean, I don't know, man. I used to keep thinking that commercial was going to show Bianca. I used to keep saying that. I used to keep looking like, oh, I think I see Bianca. Nothing. I think I see a body. I see a shadow. Nothing. And then even when they showed the new commercial, I know I'm long-winded on this because this is just something that's just so annoying.
No.
But even when they showed the commercial when Liv first came back at Saturday Night's Main Event, y'all should have kept that for the Rumble. She won the Rumble. Just the timing. And I think it's just more of, hey, we need to start getting these ticket sales going. Okay, I get that. But at that point, we are not, there's no mystery build. Like, ooh, who's going to get it? Who's going to go? You revealed that. You are killing the magic. Look, y'all have already killed this with WWE Unreal. I talked to Mother Knight. She said, I can't keep watching this anymore. This is killing my spirit. I said, Ma, I'm sorry. I told you not to watch it. I told you. You can't keep doing this to yourselves, man. Stop being predictable with this. Y'all used to have the kayfabe mysteries. All this, oh, I wonder. I used to wonder. I don't even want to, hell, I don't even ponder. I don't do any of that. At this point, I just expect. I expect. You know what happens when you expect? Oh, I expected this. You knew it was coming. I feel like the damn Wander. What's my man from What If? I feel like the Watcher. They're killing me. I'm seeing everything, and it's already been revealed. I can't keep doing this. I break this shit off, man. What you think?
Yeah, I'm. Hey, listen. I don't even know what to say about this because I mean it's just I don't see it changing. They just feel like you know, I think they feel like they're doing, like when you watch Unreal, they're very proud of their work, and I'm not saying to a certain degree they shouldn't be proud of their work, but they're very proud of their work in the sense that they think everything that they're doing makes sense, and that they have their thumb on the pulse of what the fans want. Like I said, I'm still baffled about Chelsea Green, how they just cannot seem to give the
Oh
crowd
my
and the fans
God.
what they want to see when it comes to somebody like a Chelsea Green. They just
Mm-hmm.
don't see her in that picture. So it kind of ruins it because anytime there's an opportunity for something big, she's probably not going to be the winner or be involved. But I don't want to beat that dead horse. I want to just talk about two things that one not so good and one thing that I thought was great that SmackDown did. The not so good, we'll start there. I hated seeing Jordan Grace in
Oh,
another title match taking
yeah.
another L. Like, this has been her theme since she has joined WWE. This
Yeah.
lady was the TNA Women's Knockout Champion. And then she got to NXT. She lost every single championship match that she had there. She gets to the main roster. She has another championship match against Jade. She loses there. And I think that they should have saved a match like that for further down the road, especially if you're just going to, if she's going to be losing, because this lady came into into WWE with no kind of wind at her sails per se. Like, she never won a championship in NXT. So we were already like, man, Jordan Grace is great. She puts on good matches, but she never wins. She gets a match like this, and then she loses this one too. So I just wish they would stop using her in those title matches. And just kind of let her go ahead and climb the ladder again and get back into the main picture where she actually has a chance to kind of take the title and take the W. But
Yeah.
still a good match nonetheless, between the two ladies. And lastly, Drew, where they did well. I
Yeah.
am loving Drew McIntyre, his involvement, and his actions are actually making me kind of care about the feud between him, Cody, and Jacob Fatu. Just his involvement in everything that they do. And I think it's perfect because I think that's what a heel should be doing. People
Yes.
that, that he knows, he just hates and wants to make their lives miserable because he knows that they're always floating around the main title picture or floating around somewhere in the big picture of things, just being a hindrance every single time. I absolutely love it. The fact that he showed up, took care of Jacob Fatu, gave Cody a big boot. I know it still didn't go his way, but the work that he's doing as a heel is just A1, magnifique. And I'm loving it, Drew. Keep it up, man. Drew is he's magic on the mic. He's great in his performances and his deliveries, in the ring, and especially when it comes to this feud between him and Cody. And now you got Jacob floating around in there, and he's giving him the nasty work too, pun intended. But yeah, I'm digging it. I'm feeling it, and I just think it's dope. And I'm loving Drew's reign right now. I just think that's the heel mentality you have to have. It's great. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with you on that. I loved the work Drew has been doing. Just phenomenal work as a heel. And this is what I feel like we've been talking about and why it's so important we should have had Drew as a champion, especially him being a heel. Like, he is a perfect heel champion. But the crazy thing is the crowd is cheering for it because we love what Drew is doing.
He was doing, yeah.
He's perfect. Like, we've been saying, why isn't Drew having a champion? Why isn't Drew had? Now he's had it, and he's showing y'all why we've been wanting this.
Yeah.
He's executing it perfectly, man. He really has, and I agree, man. He's been doing phenomenal work. Drew, keep it
Even
up,
the
man.
mind games that he played with Sammy just before.
Yeah.
I love every bit of what he's doing. It's this is great,
Yeah. Again, this is when we ask for it, please just give it to us. Pause. It's just one of those things where us as fans, if we're telling you we see the potential, listen. Stop. And I said that before. Stop waiting until it's too late or we stop caring. We talked about Melo before. Y'all gave him the title finally, and you see what he's doing on the mic. We talked about, and Trick's probably gonna be up there soon too. Y'all need to give, I ain't gonna say you got to immediately put a title on Trick, but come on. I mean, I'm actually excited to see this triple threat match with with Carmelo, Trick, and Damian, because I really want to see, like, everybody been asking Trick. You and Melo been talking. Trick be like, nah, we all right, we good, It is what it is. We doing our own thing. I'm like, now we about to see what's gonna happen.
But a story can come from this between Melo and Trick. Like that, you can build something there already. And maybe that could be a WrestleMania match,
Yeah.
for the United States Championship. Like that, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I try not to get my hopes up. I really try not to. I promise to God. But it's like, in my head, I'm like, I can see,
I agree, man.
something really going crazy with it. So
Yeah.
we'll see, man. I just, again, SmackDown, great show overall. My only issue is y'all got to stop making these predictable picks for the triple threat matches. Y'all got to stop doing that. Like,
I'm trying to put myself in the mindset now these days when it comes to like the WWE product of they, stop. I guess stop expecting something different when the obvious is right there. And just kind of like, all right, we know the move that they're gonna make, but how is it gonna get there? Like, what's the story? Like, how's the match gonna go? That type of thing, and just kind of trying to enjoy it because you get so frustrated with like the booking. Like I'm still not happy with the way they did Finn. Just really quick,
yeah.
I still think the booking of Finn is bad. Like I don't want him anywhere near the title picture right now. Nowhere near it because of the fact we already know that the money match is Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. So like I just take him out of the title picture until it's a chance. There's a possibility where it's actually like, I don't know, this could go this way, it could go that way. But to give him his match at Elimination Chamber, I know like this outcome, we kind of already like it would be a huge surprise if they change the title like a month and a half before WrestleMania. To have Finn carry the belt. I don't see that happening. It's just not going to happen, especially now after the feud and the promo that was cut a couple last week or a couple weeks ago with Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Like, that's just not happening. So I want them to just let Finn maybe go do something with Dirty Dom, like go out to the Intercontinental Championship, flip on the Judgment Day, have a match that way. Maybe that could be the WrestleMania match. Let Finn carry the IC title and then work his way maybe into like a Money in the Bank, get the briefcase for SummerSlam. Like do some type of story like that. Like I don't know. Just I don't want this match because it's going to be another L for the championship for Finn. And then it's like, what do we do? What do we do after that? So I'm still not. It's like on the one hand, it's like, well, at least they're putting him back in this picture and in this realm of like the upper echelon of their talent to give him these shots. But at the same time, it's like putting Chelsea Green against Jade Cargill. Like we know they're not gonna, the outcome. Like I don't want to see it.
Yeah, man. But see, and then I think I said that before. Like I feel like even with the whole Finn situation, they could spin it. They could do it to where, we might see a triple threat match with him, Finn, and Roman. At the same time, you're not going to have two triple threat matches for the main titles. Like, I just can't. I would be okay with it. I really wouldn't give a damn as long as the story's there and the match is going to be fire.
Yeah.
But I just can't see them doing that because they're like, no, we're not going to do two of them. Why not? I mean, at this point, I mean, I just feel like, why put Finn in this situation if you're not going to put him in main? Like, and then again, that's why I said that commercial kills it for me. Because it's like when you got Roman and CM Punk sitting right there, well, I know Finn probably not going to win, but will they add him into the mix? Maybe. But again, your main four people, that's who you advertise. So, I don't know. We'll see, man. Again, good week for WWE. Of course, the great show for NXT. Trick, you killed it as always. You was my favorite part of the damn week, man. Pause. I just gotta let you know, man. Y'all might be thinking I'm overglazing, but when I see superstardom, when I see something that's got potential, I'm gonna go ahead and advocate for it, man, because I got to. Yeah. I got to. But we talked about some of the average things that happen on Monday Night Raw. Y'all already know, with the Masked Man, all that good stuff and all that goodness, and you know. Then we talked about the greatness with NXT. Jada Parker, okay, Pretty Ricky Saints, okay. Y'all know how that
Pretty
go
Ricky,
with
they
that.
call 'em.
That's what they call 'em. And of course, that
I
girl
see you, Bland.
Zarya. And you know we had to talk about good
Got
old
soul.
SmackDown. Come on now. We had to talk about SmackDown. Y'all know how to go with SmackDown with Hollywood Trick, First Class Trick, Two Brand Trick, Trick and A, Trick Willie Wonka. Come on, man. And you know we had to talk about that man, Drew McIntyre, man. Just the greatness out of him. Oh, man. But like I tell y'all before, as always, please make sure y'all follow all of our social media. And I tell y'all this all the time. Y'all know what to do. Facebook, we on that. X, we on that. Instagram, we on that. TikTok, we on that as well. Hey, appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing us, man. Really love to see it. We're looking at 270
like it.
subscribers, man. So let's keep getting it up. Let's keep. Pause. That was insane.
Same.
So just make sure y'all keep liking it up, keep subscribing, and you know we're gonna give you that content the exclusive way. Come on, man. Y'all know what it is. Oh, man. But as always, I'm your humble host, your man, your myth, your legend, Eric Knight. And we had the one man and the only man that's going to check into the Heartbreak Hotel. That's the Heartbreak Prince himself. Because we are the exclusive nights, and we always ensure that we're the best there
Best
is,
there is,
the best
the
there
best
was,
there was,
and the best
and
that
the
ever
best
will
there ever
be.
will be.
And to ensure that your nights will
Will
never
never
be the
be
same.
the same. Yes, sir. We'll see you Wednesday, Bland. We're looking
Yes,
forward to it.
sir. Yeah,
Thanks
man.
for having
Look.
us, by the way.
Yeah, man. Look, y'all be good. Y'all be
Appreciate
safe.
your nasty work, Nicole.
Yeah.
Mr. Exclusive, everybody that popped into the chat. Bland, thank you for coming in. Zach,
Everybody.
can't forget about you. We appreciate y'all.
As always, man. Y'all know it. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe. And y'all be blessed. That's
Lemon Pepper Steppers out.
straight.
That's great.